Hey everybody, welcome back to My Slice of Heaven Outdoors. I'm Joey,
And I'm Chris.
and today we're going to be talking about our goals for the property for 2020. I've seen so many other people doing videos like this, I thought I would jump on a bandwagon.
All right, so Joey and I were talking quite a bit about what we want to do on the property, and we realized that mostly we agree with each other, but we had a couple slight differences. We weren't quite sure, so he wanted us each to write down our top 5 goals for the year without showing them to the other one. And we ended up going out to dinner. Was that New Year's Day? I think it was.
No, it's the next day because I was sick New Year's Day.
Ah, okay. Right around New Year's Day.
Yep.
And we get there and we're enjoying them. Well, we were ordering our food. We were waiting on the waitress and whatever, waiting on our food. And I'm like, I want to write down what our goals are right now. But I didn't bring any paper. Did you bring any paper?
Nope, I didn't have any either.
I mean, who brings a notebook when they go out to eat? I did bring a pen, though. One pen. So I ended up going into the ladies' room and get 2 pieces of paper towel, not toilet paper. I know what you were thinking there, behind the camera. He thought I was going to say toilet paper. 2 pieces of paper towel, and brought them back to the table. So I had the pen, so I wrote down mine first, and then gave him the pen. He wrote down his, and then we compared and determined what we both agreed on, and what we each felt were a little bit different than what the other one had.
Pretty much both our lists were pretty much the same.
I had 4 things. 3 of them were on his list.
Yes.
And you?
And
You had 5 things?
I had 5 things as well. Of course, I know mine was more important.
I only had 1 that wasn't on your list, honey.
I'm just kidding, But we're going to walk you through and show you what our 5 goals in 2020 are that we hope to accomplish this year. And a couple of them are pretty big, and being how we only here on the weekends, like 1 weekend a month, it's going to be kind of hard to get everything done. But we're hoping to at least get started everything and hopefully accomplish as much as we want to on each of the goals.
Yeah, those 3 that we both agree on, I think we both agree are the most important of the 3.
Yes.
Or of the 6 or 5 or however many we have.
We also have some little projects that we're going to try to squeeze in too. And we'll talk about those a little bit too as we go along. But we're going to walk around to each of the different locations and show you what we plan on doing. First thing in our top 6 will be electric. We're hoping to have electric run back to the camp area, which will eventually be our home spot when we start building. But we're getting really tired of dragging the generator back and forth and loading it and unloading it.
I don't load and unload it. I'm tired of the noise. When we turn the generator on, I can't hear the woodsy noises anymore. All I hear is the generator.
Yep, and sometimes when I come by myself, it gets a little too much trying to lift it up on the back of that tailgate because my truck's pretty tall. But our plans is to speak to the electric company. I've already made an initial talk to them, just figure out what was included, what we had to do, and eventually it came down that we had to meet with an engineer. And we're hoping we can just have it run right down beside the driveway. Some spots we may have to straighten out to run the electric line through, but the reason we wanted it to come down the driveway is because they have to have a 30-foot, 15-foot on both sides of the telephone poles. And this way we only got to move 15 foot of clearing instead of the whole 30 because we've already got a driveway here, and we'll just put the poles right alongside the driveway. And we're hoping they'll come in from this direction, but I know it'll be up to them, but we're going to shoot to try to get them to come in right through the gate. We may have to remove the big tree behind us if they do that, but we're hoping we don't. And that's going to be number 1 on our list.
Yeah, this is a really big priority, so we're looking at least meeting with an engineer in the next month or so. Definitely want to see what we need to do for that.
Yep, and we'll keep you updated on how our goals come along for 2020, but yeah, I think let's move on to the next thing.
All right, up here you may see what we've been calling our food plot, but in 2020 we want to move our camp area up here. We think we'd have a lot more space, it'd be a lot more usable, we'd be a lot more comfortable when we came for our visits to come here and do our work.
And easier to get the camper in and out.
Eventually, this is going to also be our home area.
Yep. Yeah, I mean that's the plan. We still got a little bit of work to do up here, and we'll show you one of the things we want to do up this way. So one of the first things we need to do before we bring the camper back is remove these trees, because I kind of left it like an ecliptical kind of, just to block it from the road for better for my food plot. But in order to easily get the camper in and out, we're going to want to make a road right up through this way. More of a ramp, so it'll be just easier getting the camper in, and then we just swing it around and pull it back out when we need to pull it out. So this area right here will be high on our 2020 goal list. You agree with that?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. That will probably do that. If not the next visit, the visit after that.
Yep. I just want to say today is February 2nd, and today is a really beautiful day. It's supposed to be 70 degrees today.
I wish I had short sleeves.
We had a fire going last night, but it got a little chilly.
You were the coldest last
Yes,
night.
I was the
Just
coldest.
saying.
But we just showed you about the new camp area, and this was actually be part of the camp area. This is another area that we want to finish clearing out. You saw me working on this last year. But our plan is to clear back this road a pretty good ways, and that'll get us to our, this will be part of our third goal. And also making in our top 6 for goals for 2020 is a pole barn. And we know a pole barn is going to take a lot of time, a lot of energy,
A lot of money.
a lot of money. But we're okay. I've got it in my head, and I think Chris is in agreement with me. We just want to clear the area out and at least get the post in the ground this year.
Yes.
That way next year we can bring a little bit of material as we come along, work on it on days when we don't have other things going on, and maybe we just come down for a weekend to work on the barn.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah, so this year we're looking at clearing the area and getting the post put in
Yes.
for the pole barn.
And the main reason for the pole barn is so we can start leaving stuff here as like a kind of a shed, but also get the loader out of the weather. I'm really not liking leaving it out in the rain in the winter.
Yes. It sounded like you said the rain in the winter.
No, rain and winter. Let's go look at
The next one.
the next one. All right, and the next thing on our list is culverts. We have 2 areas we want to put culverts in. This area you've seen me work on before when I installed the one culvert, and then you saw it again with the mishap of the culvert because I never finished it. So we're thinking right now we're going to stick like 4 culverts across here. This is a pretty wide, low area, and we now we know that a lot of water flows through here. I mean,
A lot.
it's pretty crazy.
And in order for us to get to the back area of the property, we really need this area drivable with both the track loader and the pickup truck.
Yeah,
So,
right now we can't drive through here at all with the truck.
yeah.
But,
Unless it hasn't rained for a month, then maybe.
yes, yes, and it's been really dry because we have had the truck back there before, but it was during a really dry period. But let's take a look at the other culvert area. All right, and this is the second culvert area, and you've seen me work on this spot before too. This is where the spring was coming out of the ground and going down the hill. We got it diverted so it would go across the road, but we're wanting to dig it a little bit deeper, put a culvert in here, and just cover it with gravel.
Yeah, we have to be careful when we drive over it right now that we don't encourage it to go down the road again.
Yeah.
It stays going across the road, but we do have to be mindful, and if we had it done more better, we would not have to worry about that. So that's definitely on our priority list for this year.
So the plan on that side is to just dig down more of an angle to try to keep any rainwater from going down the hill. Some of it's going to go down the hill, but a majority of it right in here anyway will work its way back this way and just go out through the gravel. All right, let's go take a look up at the next spot. Right now we're at our southeast corner of our property, and in this corner we plan on putting a chestnut orchard. We're going to start clearing out, eventually it'll be 6 acres back here. We chose this spot because of, as you can see behind me, my guy that borders my property in the south has already cleared his land. And we figure when we clear out some more here, it's going to let a lot of sunlight in this area. It already gets pretty good amount of sunlight, but once we clear the trees and clear the 6 acres, it will get a whole lot of sunlight. And what we plan on doing is going all the way to the edge of our properties to start clearing out, and then 40 feet from that boundary, start the orchard. And looking behind me actually looks toward the west side of our property, and you can see here, I don't know if you can tell it in the screen or not, but it slopes down slightly. And if you know anything about chestnuts, which I'm still learning, they like a well-drained soil. And we're thinking that with the slope, and actually I know from what I've read, with the slope it actually helped the water drain even more quickly. And this will be our 5th goal, is to clear 6 acres back here in our southeast corner of our property. Ranking number 6, or ranking in our top 6, is no particular order which ones we hope to get them done. We're hoping to get all 6 of them done. But there's no priority except for the electric. I believe we both agree that's number 1.
No, electric's got to be number 1.
So right behind me, over here, I want to build an elevated blind. Right down in here, overlooking the flat part down below. I have a camera down there. We always see a lot of deer walking that trail. I also have a camera right here down the road that catches a lot of deer crossing the road. And we want to make an 8x8 hunting blind. And I'll let Chris tell you about the secondary use for the hunting blind.
So, you know, hunting blind is only really good to use during hunting season. And we already discussed, we don't want to use it for a shed to store things like the
Gas generator,
right,
tools.
Because then during hunting season we'd have to take them out and put them somewhere else, and that would kind of defeat the purpose. So, the secondary purpose of the elevated blind is so if the kids were to bring a friend with, they can be here camping with us, but not have to worry about, we have a really tiny trailer. We've shown you guys that in a couple of our videos.
It only sleeps 3, but we squeeze,
it
no, it
sleeps
sleeps
4.
4, but we squeeze 5 in there sometimes.
Right, but that really doesn't make it so the kids have room they can bring a friend with or anything like that. If we put cots, which can easily be brought in and brought out, in the elevated blind, they would be near us, just down the street, not too terribly far, yet still have privacy, because by the middle of this year, our youngest kids are going to be 13. So it's not like they're little and they have to be watched. Well, maybe they're bigger and they have to be watched. Besides the point. They would have a little more space and a little more privacy, and again, be able to bring a friend.
And like I said, like she said, they can just walk right up the road
Just
to get
down.
to it. It'll be right here on the edge of the road.
And then during hunting season, of course. So Joey and I did have to discuss this. He said the kids can only do that through the month of August. They don't get after August. I said, whoa. We get the first weekend of September. Because Labor Day weekend is that 3-day holiday weekend, which is a perfect time to come camping with the kids and bring a friend, that kind of stuff. So he conceded we get that first weekend in September.
But no more.
After that, it starts to get too cold
I'm just
anyway.
teasing.
So that is our plans
That's
with the
in the top
elevated blind.
6.
That's our top 6.
And I've actually already started collecting the material for this, because I was actually going to start it last year. But in the back, I was going to put it up at the ridge top, where the ridge top line is. But I think this makes much more sense. We could put it here, like I said, the kids can use it.
Yeah, we eventually want to get one back there too. That didn't make this year's top 6.
We also have older kids in the mid to late 20s. They want to come camping too. They brung a tent before, but this ground is really rocky. They didn't enjoy that too much. So if we have a blind set up here and there, they may
Another option for them as well.
be willing to come use those and sleep in those.
All right, so that will wrap up our 2020 goals. Some of the things are kind of like the electric is number 1 priority. The other ones are we do as we can, when we
The
can.
camp area and the electric are really the top main 2.
Yes.
Because if we don't fix that path to get up into the camp area, then we can't bring our camper back. 'Cause we're
That
not
is
taking
true.
it down the hill no more.
So we will work the items as we have time. Different ones have different amount of labor required, different costs required. So we will work them as we can for each of them. hoping, of course, to get all of them done in 2020. We will see what happens.
And of course, we'll probably have other little projects going on that did
Oh,
make it in our
definitely.
top licks,
Licks?
top 6. But I like, for instance, one of the things I want to do right below the blind, where we put the blind, is make a small food plot, just a real small one. And that's one of the other things we want to do. Not to mention other things we want to do. Like Chris wants to put up some kind of tire swing.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to try to get that done this year.
Yeah, but these 6 are the main ones.
Yes.
So we will be posting videos as the year goes along to show you how we're doing on all of them.
And it's up to you guys to keep us motivated, because you know how I like to slack a little bit.
Not me, not me.
I'm glad we didn't make these goals for last year, because we had so much rain. We didn't even get here till May, June.
Yeah, I think I was just looking.
So
It was
much
like
rain.
June.
Yeah.
So we'll keep you posted on our progress. Anything else?
I think that's it, guys. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Give Chris a thumbs up too. She deserved one for this video. And that's going to be it. Thank you all for following along, and we will see you next time. You all have a great day.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
You've seen 2 and 3 so far. This will be, no, you've seen 2. This will be number 3 of our top 6 goals.
So they've seen 1 and 2 so far.
No, they have not seen 1.
Honey, you're going to put it in a different order.
Oh, yes.
So they will have seen 1.
Yes, you will. You will have seen 1 and 2, and this will be number 3.